What's up, everybody? It's Phantom here, and I know I haven't made a video in a while. I haven't put any videos up except for like one or two in like 5 months or something. I don't even know. That is simply because I was working overnights, but I have a new job. I'm training for it right now, so no longer will I be up at 3 o'clock in the morning playing video games, having no real way of recording, because I mean, I have all the things to record. It's just I didn't have the ability to because, you know, my shit's in my room. I have a wife and kids. I can't be sitting there, you know, making loud noises while they're trying to sleep. So I should be able to make more videos. I'm not like gonna come out here and like promise you guys 2 or 3 videos or anything like that, 4 videos, none of that shit. I might not make another video for a couple weeks. I don't know. It's just I have to get back into the swing of things with YouTube, and I'm also training, so like I'm more worried about training and knowing how to do my new job other than doing YouTube. Most of you guys are probably going to be new people. You might even stop watching this video in the next couple seconds. I hope you guys stay around. Yeah, my 17 subscribers, I doubt any of them actually are going to watch this video. I've been gone for so long. But this video is going to be about PlayStation 5 and the new generation of consoles. I know they're mid-generation refreshes, but it's more of a new generation to me, even though it's pretty much just they have backwards compatibility. That's all it seems like to me. I'm going to start with the PS5. Because there was rumors that it's coming out next year or in 2 years. Sony came out and said, we're not ready to announce anything, and even if we did, it's years away type deal. So like, I think the rumors about it coming out were false and just not true. Or Sony started seeing the backlash that they would get. Just a small little smidge of backlash they were already getting from rumors, let alone it actually happening. People just bought your PS4 Pro. Literally. Like, it just released 9 months ago. It hasn't even been a full year, and there's already rumors that you're thinking about your next console. I mean, I know Xbox One S is coming out, but that's Xbox's version of the PS4 Pro. So they waited even longer before they came out with a mid-gen refresh. The Xbox One S was just a redesign. You know, put the power brick inside and make it smaller, you know. But it was the same console. Like, it has a little bit more power because they overclocked it slightly. But really, it was just to, like, make games where it was, like, falling just under the 30 frame per second cap. You know, to like 27, 28. They did that so those games would stick at a solid 30 frames per second. That was all that was. Like, it wasn't like a major leap. It wasn't even like even the best overclock. I think the overclock was only like 11% or something like that, or 7%. Wasn't that great. But to come out with I know it would just be a refresh, but or actually Sony believes more in generation, so it would be a whole new generation. So you're talking about a new generation 5 years and a year or 2 years after you release the PlayStation 4 Pro. That's ridiculous. They would never do that, and if they did, they would automatically set themselves down the road that Sega did. Like, and if you think that wouldn't happen again, where a company would just like completely screw themselves over, you're insane. Sega did it, and if Sony comes out with a PS5 next year, they will do it. They're already bleeding money. Sony as a company, not just PlayStation, Sony as a company is bleeding money. They actually had to separate PlayStation from Sony to make PlayStation look better, because PlayStation was doing their job, making decent money, but Sony, like their movies, their tech, like, you know, Walkmans and stuff like that, and their TVs and shit, their stereo systems and all that kind of shit wasn't doing well. So like, to make PlayStation look better and get people to invest in PlayStation, they actually separated the companies. But PlayStation as a company, one wrong move and they're down the same road that their parent company is going down, and Sega went down a long time ago. So PS5 is not going to happen. If it does, it's the dumbest decision they've ever made. Simply why? Because Xbox One X is a little bit more powerful. No, you don't do that, and don't come at me, oh, you're Xbox fanboy or Sony fanboy. I own the PlayStation 4 Pro. I own an Xbox One, the original Xbox One. I have a gaming computer, so don't come at me with that fucking fanboy shit. The only company that I get on a little bit is Nintendo, and that's simply because they don't realize they're a gaming company and they make gaming hardware, so they need to stop acting like they don't have competition, because that's what they act like. Oh, well, we're not trying to compete with Xbox and Sony, but we make a product similar to them. They're trying to make it seem, they're trying to push the idea that they're in a whole different market and that they don't have competition. That's why they make some of the decisions they make, because they think they don't have competition because they're not competing with anybody. But you are competing with somebody. But they made a better decision with the Nintendo Switch. Not the best decision, but better decision. Xbox One X, I'll talk about it more when I get one or when it finally launches. I mean, there's some things about it that are nice, but honestly the games are lackluster. And I know they said that they haven't announced all their games, but like, no Halo. I know it's only been like 2 years since Halo 5 came out, or it will be 2 years since Halo 5 came out. But like, you need a game. Like, you didn't show us anything. Sea of Thieves looks cool, but like, you don't have that Halo. It didn't have to be Halo. It could be a new IP, but it needed that Halo signature, you know, that big IP that could sell systems. And Crackdown, while people love those games from the 360 and all that, I didn't like them. So, like, that's the major downfall for Xbox One X, is it just doesn't have that first party game that you want. So, that sucks. PlayStation 4 Pro, it's fine. I only have 1080p screens, and I'm starting to feel the non-support. You know, like, if you have most games, like in the beginning it was great, because Last of Us, it 1080p 60 with extra eye candy, instead of just 1080p 30 and whatever, or 1080p 60 with no extra eye candy. And there was super sampling on some games, and it was great. But lately, like, if you don't have a 4K TV, you just play the game that regular PS4 players get to play, which is fine. But I pay $400 for a system because it has extra power, and you're not going to utilize it, and you're not going to give me an option. Like, even if it was extra frames, I would be happy. Or extra eye candy, I would be happy. It didn't have to be both. Both would be great, but it's just the lack of support for PS4 Pro over the last 5-6 months has really started to piss me off a little bit. And it's only like first party games that are getting like the PS4 Pro treatment. There are a few other games that do it, but like, unless if they know they're gonna make money by doing it, they're just not. They need to be forced to do it. Like, I know that developers hate being forced to do things, but they need to be forced to do it. Otherwise, they're just never gonna do it. At least not until the Xbox One X comes out. And maybe even then they're not going to do it, because I don't think Microsoft's got a rule that they have to super sample. So, unless if there's a rule and they have to do it, they're not going to do it, because that's extra development money that they could avoid. So, I'm hoping that, you know, the support will be more. But, yeah, that's all I got, guys. You know, PS4 Pro is good, but doesn't get all the support it should get. Xbox One X looks promising, but no games really. And PS5 would just be a dumb fucking move, especially if it's in the next year or two. That would just be really, really dumb. But that's all I got on that topic, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.